Hi all, right back with more Carrier Battle Philippine Sea, Scenario 6. This is my part 34 this time, yeah. I think I misnumbered it, or considered it last time, but it was 33 before. Clearly, Grant, this is 34. Right, I've just come straight back, so I've not even copied that back across. Thought I would just jump back in. And where are we at? We are in the... Actually, I can move that dice now, we've done all that. We are in the US Air Movement segment, and we're going to move our air missions and adjust fuel markers. So we will do them in order again. So intercept mission 1 is first. So he's sitting here. This is moved down, so we're going to move him in. That raid's only got 2 air points, so I don't see there being an issue there. That knocks me down to 10. Right, down to 10 fuel for mission 1. Mission 2 is one of our strike missions that's on its way back. It's not too bad though, so move him 1. There's no... Actually... No. Just wonder about the chance of maybe trying to rush it so that we could then move the task force, but... And if I do, I'll put him back just now. I went 1, 2, 1, 2. But the thing is, he's I know he's closer, but he's still, at the moment, he's sitting with 6 fuel. 5 fuel. Looking at the wrong one. So I don't think we can really take chances with that. So let's not bother with that. So I'm just going to move him to 1. I'm going to knock him down to 4 fuel. Then we've got mission 3. Which is an airstrike mission that's going to reach his target. Is it? Yeah. He's going that way. He's coming back. I suppose it could be fiddly to work out. I suppose by looking at the fuel you should know. Airstrike 3 has got 6 fuel left. So, yeah, whereas Airstrike 6... has got only 3 fuel left, so he's clearly coming back the way, and he's going in. So he's going into Butai 4, which is still spotted. So that's going to be good. There's still stuff to shoot down there. Hopefully we can take out... Yeah, well, we'll be able to do something. So air mission 3, that's cost him 1 fuel, down to 5. 4, there's nothing there. 5... is on his way to Butai 1, so he moves 1 up. He's still located, so that's fine. So that was 5, he's down to 7. 6 is on his way back, so he's down to here, coming back. He's down to 2 fuel on the left, and then 7 and 8 are the ones that are going to reach their destination. So I'll just put them both in. So that's 1 fuel each. He's down to -5. Critical 5, critical 4. They are going to have to spend the extra 1 to land again, though. So I must nudge something. No, I've just noticed. Must be when I'm coming across here. Whether maybe my top catches the sleeve or something. That's where they were though. That's fine. Right, that's all that done. So. Well, we've got things to happen. We've got an intercept. We've got a couple of things landing. We've got an airstrike. Okay, so we'll move on to that. Just fuel markers. Right, are we going to search this time then? Well, I'd said that it was better wait. What was my reason? Yeah, no, I'll wait 1 more turn because we'll get the SB2Cs up. So we're going to skip on by the search in this segment as well. So air operations, all carriers. Are we launching anything? Probably not. No, we've just got all fighters up there, so no. Servicing to ready. Yes. Almost said no. We're as well getting the 4 up, and then I think I'll probably launch all day 4. No more servicing to ready. No, hangar 2 from servicing. Yeah, and I talked about maybe just leaving this guy in the hangar this time, and... probably these as well. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave them in the hangar. And then lower flight deck to hangar, there's none of that. Land, right, okay. So let's see how many of these we can get home. So I'll deal with Airstrike 7 first. So he's going to spend 1 fuel to land. And there's all his aircraft. And we'll have a look at what's what. Okay, that's what we're trying to land. 3, 6, so 8 aircraft. Or 8 sets of aircraft. So quite a lot coming back. They're at fuel critical 6. We did spend the 1 fuel point to land though. So it's this table down here that's going to be our demise, no doubt. So modifiers for the first roll only. First roll only. Ah, right, yeah, because it could roll again. Right, okay, sorry. So amount of fuel overage for mission. That's going to be 6. So we're going to get a +6. Nothing else applies. We did spend the 1 fuel point. So with a +6, you can see that we need a 5 or less, ideally. We will have a chance on a 7 or less. Anything above a 7, and it's curtains for... But we do these each individually. So I'm just going to go left to right, and we're going to deal with them that way. So I'll just come across here. So this is the one of the F6Fs. So yeah, with a +6, that's a great start. So 7 is less than 11, so he's okay. Right, next F6F. Right, that's the opposite end. So 9 +6 is 15, so he's gone. Right, next one. Yeah, it's 14 plus eliminated, so we had a 9 plus 5. 9 plus 6 is 15. Yeah, so unit eliminated. Right, the last F6F. Oh, come on. That's gone as well, isn't it? 8 plus 6 is 14, yes. It's eliminated as well. That's 2 of our fighters. Right, on to the 2 SB2Cs with a +6. 13. Ah, come on. Right, that's one of the row of gains. So we've got 12 or 13 as row of gain. The unit's eliminated on a row of 6 to 10. So he's got a chance. Oh dear, it's a disaster. That's 3 of them gone. Right, next SB2. Oh my. This is the game getting me back for starting to say it was becoming easy for me. Next one. Oh, that's 13, so that's a row again. 6 to 10, he's gone. And another one gone. Right, next TBF. Right, he's safe, thankfully. And then the final TBM. He's gone. Wow. That was terrible. So the 2 up top there are the ones that have survived. The 6 down below are eliminated. So this whole bit that Stuart's been talking about trying to get towards the forces that are coming back, yeah, I can see that. I should have done that. I should have split the force up and brought one of them southwest and one of them northeast, just to help the guys try and come back, because that was me keeping it down to -6. That's the worst +6 is the worst. Well, actually, it's not the worst you can have. You could have +7, and that's what I was trying to avoid, I think, wasn't it? And the reason you could have +7 is because you could be on actually it's +8 you would be, because you could be on 6 and not able to spend the 1 fuel point, so you'd be rolling on a +8. Right. Oh dear. Right, so these are all going in here. This is the right box, isn't it? Lost in the task group hex. Fortunately, that is where the the cut of the map is, so if they're going to sit there nice or not. And then we've got one F6F and one TBF that's landed. So, does it really matter, Grant? I'm going to put the oh no, that's not a space for us. I'm going to put the TBF here, and I'm going to put that F6F on there, I think. Wow, well, that's airstrike mission 7 resolved, and we can remove that fuel marker. Let me set up a new fuel marker for the next one. Right, okay, so now airstrike mission 8. So he's going to spend the 1 fuel as well. He's one better off with 5, critical 5. So not as bad. Well, hopefully we can roll the dice a bit better. It was pretty poor, that dice rolling. Right, time for the next lambs to the slaughter, which it seems. Well, hopefully, like I say, with that 1 better off might help. So this time it's a +5. So I want to say that means an 8. An 8 could, well, an 8 is anything above an 8. So it's only a 9 or 10 that can straight up eliminate these. No other modifier. So with a +5, again, they've got the 2 fighters first and then the attack planes next. So with a +5, oh man. Right, so that's 13, that's going to roll again. So on a 6 to 10, it's eliminated. Right, survives. Right, let's put that there. Right, next one with a +5. That's a 6 in total, that's fine. With a +5. Yeah, now we're cooking. Right, with a +5. Not so there, Grant, you spoke too soon. So that's eliminated. That's our first one. Gone. Well, +5. Oh, no. See, why did you say things? That's gone as well. +5. Well, it would have been fine. It rolled off. It was a 6 that rolled off. So that one's fine. 2 to go. +5. That one's fine. And the last one with a +5 is 13. So let's roll again on a 6 to 10. It's eliminated. Ah, damn. So bad finish. So we lost 3 there. Well, nowhere near as bad, but so these 3 are gone. And these 5 survive. Right, so put the other 3 up there. So it's quite a bunch up there now. We have 3 attack planes to land and 2 fighters. 3 attack planes. Yeah, I think I'm going to put 2 in here. And no, put 1 across here actually, because the ASB 2Cs are going away actually. And then I've got 2 fighters, which I will put, I think I'll just put them down here, I think. Oh, I can't do that. That's 4. I can actually do it up there. I've not glitched with that already somewhere, have I? No. I can put it here because there's only 1 in the flight ready box. Right, okay, and then that's airstrike 8 taken away. We can remove that critical fuel marker and set up a fuel marker for somebody to try again. Well, there you go. So maybe this is now our challenge. We've got to go out there, destroy some of their stuff, and get home safely. That's maybe part 2 of the puzzle of this game. Part 1 is to survive the initial Japanese raids, which seemed hectic, and then after that, it's maybe a case of taking out some of these Japanese ships, but getting home safely. Oh, good. hopefully that's going to keep things ticking over for me. Right, let's take that away. So where are we at? We're at yeah, that was just a landing. That's all that's landing. We move on. Air-to-air combat. Right, so we've got 1. I'm maybe not going to mess with us too much because we've got 8. In fact, I'm just going to leave them in the box. We've got 8 against 2. But we do need to break down what that 2 is going to... You know, if it's going to be 1 and 1 or 0 and 2. So yeah, so we're using that first column. So ideally we want a 1 or a 2 here, but 7. So there's going to be 1. So we're going to have 1 attack, 1 fighter, and then 1 attack point. And this is raid 3B. Yeah, this one here. So we're going to have 1 and 1. Here we are. I'm not going to bring my 8 aircraft down, but I'll just represent it with intercept. I'll leave that cube there. So these guys and 8. Well, I've got to decide though, because I've got 1 and 1. I've got to decide how many I'm putting on the fighter. Well, you just kind of want to make sure you take out the attack plane, really, don't you? Sometimes I could pick these charts up and not find exactly what I want. I think I'd know by now, but... Right, so... Yeah, so us attacking them, we're going to get a -1 to the fighter. So how many are we going to put on the fighter? I just want to double check that is 8. Pretty sure it was. Yeah, it is. Yeah, so 8. But against the 1 attack plane, we kind of want to make sure, you know what, a 5 is going to guarantee you a grant. 5 of them, if we put 3 on the attack plane, or we could put 4 and 4. Yeah, let's go for 4 and 4. So I've got 4 on the attack plane. 4 on the fighter with a -1. 6 minus 1 is 5. That should be fine. 5 on the 4 column is a 1, so we hit him. And we've got 4 to go for the attack plane. So, but he's going to fire back at us with a 1 on the 1 column. He's rolled a 9. No, plus yeah, he needed a 10, didn't he? Sorry, it's his chart. Because the 9's in a bar, but we've eliminated his points, so it's not survived to go forward. So that doesn't matter. So that's 1 point eliminated, and then we've got 4 on his attack plane with no modifiers. 9 plus 1's 10. No modifiers. 9 on the 4 column is 2. He's only got 1, so that's eliminated as well. So that's 3B taken care of. That now means there's 2 more lost points in Butai 3's situation. So, and we put intercept 1 back. We didn't lose anything. That's all fine. Oh, yeah, you forgot one thing, Grant. It's easy to do that. Spend the fuel 3. So 1, 2, 3. Down to 7 fuel he's got left. Yeah, you do need to watch that. That is all the... I'm only 19 minutes in, yeah, because I just restarted, didn't I? That's all the air combat. There's no Japanese air attack segment. However, there is now a US air attack segment, so I should be able to cycle right through this, get on the next phase and that on. Or I could always pause, we'll see. So we have an airstrike up here against Butai 4 yet again. So let me bring this down, and well, yeah. Oh well, I'll bring the butai 4 marker down as well, just to. That's where the attack's happening anyway. Right, so we've got airstrike 3 against butai 4. Airstrike 3. We've got 3 fighters, and he's going to create some kind of cap, and we've got. Right, that's the smaller. That's a smaller strength attack planes for this. So it's only 16. Right, I'm going to spend the point of fuel now. So that's it spent for the actual combat. He's down to 4. Now we still do have the option to spend another point of fuel to not to avoid the column shift. So butai 4. Well, we need to work out. Right. Well, there's a few things. Yeah, we've got the contact to do first, Graham. Well, let me get to the rule section. I like it there. Because it's nicely laid out in numbers here. And the first one's contact, right? And I've got the chart here. So we're going to contact. Yeah, I move things. I need to know the range to the nearest US task group. Well, it'll be 9. It's 9. It is 9. Yeah, let's not mess about. We've not moved our task group, so it's 9. So we're on this column here. He is spotted, however. Target force is spotted. So we're getting a +1. And that's it. So I'm just looking around. Is there a target 2 hexes away? No. Oh, there is. There is a target 2 hexes away. So I'd kind of like to just stay where I was. But so anyway, with a +1 on this table for contact. Here we go. Oh, that's 10. +1's 11. So that's contact, right? So the first thing we do is put him to spotted if he's not already spotted. Well, not the first thing, but that's probably what I would do just to keep me. But he's spotted anyway. Now he's also level 4, so we don't need to look at that. Commitment was nothing being changed, so no. So now we need to move on to surprise, which was the same chart, which I just took away. No modifiers, and like you say, well, you need a 9. Well, what I've just rolled, I just rolled a 10, didn't I? Or was it a 9? No, it was a 10, right? Right, so here we go. Right, nothing this time. So no surprise. So now we move into the cap, and then the anti-aircraft, and then our airship attack. So cap, strength table. You know what, it's on this page. I think as soon as I start reading it, I'm going to remember what to do. But printed air value minus the number of points currently unavailable. Yeah, the problem here is, let me just put that chart away just now. Problem here is, am I counting all of these? And I think the answer is no. So printed air value, that's 15. That's not a problem because we'll not hit that. However, this is in a crippled state, and it would have 10. This has got 4 hits, so that's maybe not affected. No, it will be. Right, I'm going to leave them, make sure that they are where they are, and I'll need to look at the damage situation first. Yeah, so here, we looked at this recently. I need to take these hits, because you've got these previous hit markers and then permanent hit markers, but the crippled bit, that's the thing, it doesn't matter what hit markers they are. So let's looking back up there. So the Amagi here's got 3 permanent hit markers, right? they're the only ones that are going to count towards it, I think, because it's not near crippled. It would need to have 7 points, 7 hit points. It's only got 4, like 3 permanent and 1 previous. So at the moment it's got 3 hit points and its capacity is 7. So that is less than half of its total hit capacity, isn't it? Yeah, because half of its hit capacity is 3.5, so that's less than that. So that means that it loses 1 point of air value per permanent hit. So it's got 3 permanent hits, so it's going to lose 3. It's going to lose 3 of its 8. So I'm going to count the full 15. I'm just going to get the dice here. And we're going to count that 8 as a 5. So that's 20. So we're sitting at 20. I've got a D8 and there's something. Other dice here. Right, give me a second. Right, okay, so I set 2 dice aside saying 20, so we've got 15 and 5 there, 20. Now this, it has only 4 permanent hits, but it's got 7 complete hits, which means that it's 1 less than its hit capacity. So I think that means it's crippled. I think I already said that. Well, let's come down here. A carrier with heavy damage, half or more of its total hit capacity. Loses its entire air value. Well, it's not gonna contribute air value then, because even if it was just heavy damage, which 4 is half of its 8 hit capacity, so it is half, so it would lose its entire. But I think the fact it's crippled as well. If we go on another page, because like we said, Japanese carrier becomes crippled if all its hits, permanent and otherwise, total 1 or 2 less than, which has got 7, which is 1 less than its hit capacity, so it is crippled. Yeah, so I think the crippled status just affects this. I think what we're doing just now is the heavy part of it, the heavy damage is fine. When a Japanese carrier force become heavily damaged or more by permanent hits, its entire value is lost to its force. This event only lost. Yeah, well, let's try and grasp this bit then. In this event, only lost air points in excess of the carrier's air value are treated as lost when computing air raid strength. However, a portion of the force's lost air points are considered to belong to that carrier. These losses, like the carrier's air value, are ignored when computing air raid strength. Oof, that's a bit much. Not quite taking that in. Lost points are assigned in proportion to the number of carriers in the force, counting CVs as 2, CVLs as 1, and rounding any fraction down. Well, then it's got this example. So let's... I think their air value is only 20, but this whole ignoring lost points or whatever. Let's look at this example. So we looked at this... Oops. Sorry. Looked at this example already, but it wasn't really telling us anything special, but it carries on. So let's just look at this again. So a Japanese force has a carriers Shukaku and Zukaku, each worth 10. That's that one and that one. They're each worth 10 air value. And Chito's worth 4 air value. In the first action phase, the American attack inflicts 5 hits on Zukaku. These are registered as current turn hits. That's that. In the second action phase, the Japanese force is activated and you determine that has launched a raid. The force's air value for this raid remains 24, as the raid would have been launched prior to the hits on Zukaku. So 24, because these are current turn hits, it still counts the 10, 10 and the 4. Right, no problems. Right, over the page though, which is a bit of a shame it's over the page, but well, we can try and remember what's what. Continuing the previous example, suppose the Japanese force had lost 10 air points and that it launches a raid 2 turns later, by which time the hits on Zukaku have become permanent. Zukaku's 5 hits are more than half of its capacity of 8, so it is heavy damage, right? That's what we've got for, funny enough, it's Zukaku. So Zukaku's 10-point air value is no longer counted, right? So I've not counted that, right? Leaving only 10 for Shokaku, plus 4 for Shito's. Of the 10 lost air points, 2/5 or 40%, 4 points are considered to have come from Zukaku. This is because points are assigned in the proportion of 2 for Zukaku, 2 for Shikaku, and 1 for Shito's. The 4 points belonging to Zukaku are not counted in the losses, leaving only 6 losses remaining of the original 10, and some when computing raid strength, using an air value of 14 and air losses of 6. Wow. That's a bit heavy, isn't it? I remember reading it before and grasping it, only just, I think, but I'm just wondering if we've got a clear enough head for this at the moment, to be honest. Yeah, I wish the example was on the same page as well, because I need to turn the page now to look at this. So, right, well, we're considering our air strength. No. Yeah, we're trying to create a cap strength. No. Are we? What are we trying to do here? Yeah, cap strength. So we need to know the net air value, which is the total air value minus unavailable and lost. So, but this is going to adjust it. So we've got a known air value of 20, and we're not counting the Zukaku because he's got heavy damage. However, of the 10 lost air points, right? Well, we've got other lost air points as well, but anyway, 2/5, 40%, 4 points are considered to have come from Zukaku. This is because points are assigned in the proportion of 2 for Zukaku, 2 for CVs basically, and 1 for CVLs. And because there's because there's 2 that are getting 40%. So basically, Shukaku would take 40%, Zukaku would take 40%, and Shito's would only take 20%. So that means it's 4, 8, 10. Okay, I get that, right? The 4 points belonging to Zukaku are not counted in the losses, leaving only 6 losses remaining of the original 10. And some when computing raid strength use an air value of 14 and air losses of 6. Yeah. Well, putting that into our situation is pretty similar actually, because it is 2 CVs and a CVL. However, he's lost. Well, is it only when they've completely lost the points? If he partially has lost, he's lost 3 points as well. But does that not matter? Is it only when they've suffered complete loss? Yeah, I want to say it is, because it says here, carrier with heavy damage, half or more its total hit capacity, loses its entire air value. If its force has air point losses, but this is when it loses its entire air value. If its force has air point losses, apply the procedure of 12.24 when computing air raid strength. So that doesn't apply when they've just lost so many amount of points. It's when they've completely lost it. And then this is procedure that we've just looked at the example. Let's see if we can maybe follow this a bit better now after reading that example. The Japanese carriage will become heavily damaged or more by permanent hits. Its entire air value is lost to its force. In the event, only lost air points in excess of the carrier's air value are treated as lost. Computing air raid strength. However, a portion of the force's lost air points are considered to belong to that carrier. These losses, like the carrier's air value, are ignored when computing air raid strength. Of course, we don't count the losses in the Butai box with us, Grant. That's maybe why you're getting... Yeah, we're only counting the... or do we? No, we do. We do. We reduce them, don't we? To get the cap, we take away, we calculate the air value and we take away the unavailable and lost. So we do count that. I'm sort of getting it. Right, well, we've got 20. We're not getting enough of that. We've got 20. That's our strength. But what I want to say is we have to... So that's going to be 40%, 20% of the losses. So he is going to take 4 losses with him. So does that mean there's an extra 6 loss points on top of what we've got here that we've got to add? I bet there's some stuff in BGG regarding this. This feels a pretty heavy part here. Yeah, I think I might look on BGG for this, because I think I get what... In fact, in our situation here, now this guy's not really involved. In our situation here is the same as what they've got. They've got 2 CVs, one of which has been permanently hit and is not contributing at all. And the other one, was... This one's partially contributing, but that's fine. So our total air strength is 20, and I want to say that I think 6 of these lost points are considered part of this as well. So I think we have to add another 6 to whatever we've got in here, but I could be wrong with that. To be honest, if we do that, I know we've got 21. We've done that sum a few times. And if it was another 20, that's 27. And we've got, what is it, 20? So 20... yeah, this is just to generate cap, Grant, isn't it? So 20 minus 27 is obviously negative. So it does mean that the cap strength table there is just going to be on the 6 or less column, isn't it? Whereas the last time we had this battle, they had 37 air value less the 21, which gave us 16, and we rolled on that column. But now that we've taken some of the air value away, so I'm pretty sure we're rolling on that column. I'm not 100% sure I'm adding these things up right though. So what I think is we've got 20 air value, 15 from that and 5 from that because he's got 3 losses. We're not counting this air value. And in actual fact, I suppose we should consider that's 10 loss points. But because of the breakdown of it, you only give that gets 40%, that gets 40%, that gets 20%. Means that's 4 points it takes with it. So it still leaves 6 loss points to add on to this. So that 21 loss points, lost and unavailable, becomes 27. I think. However way it matters, if we're not counting these at all, we've got 20 less 21. So it's still going to be in that left-hand column. But I want to be able to know I'm doing it the right way. So I think I'm going to have a look on BGG for that. However, what I think I need to do is actually take a break for now anyway. I'm at 40 minutes there. No, I'm not going to... Yeah, it's a tough one to come back to this though, because I'm not really sure. Well, you know what? I'm not sure, but I'm pretty confident that we're rolling for cap on that left-hand column. So I could come back and do that, and then hopefully we can find out more about how this works. So we'll go on pause for now, and yeah, we'll come back and we'll resolve it using the cap on that left-hand column, and then if I get the chance, I'll have a look up on BGG as well. So I'll be back in a bit. Cheers. Right, been on pause for quite a bit there. So back to finish off this part. Oh gosh, 34, I think. Whatever I said at the beginning. So yeah, I did have a glance before I press record regarding this sort of quite complex procedure 12.24. I wonder if I should have searched for that. Would that have brought something up maybe? That's worth a look. Hang on. No, not really helping me there. It just brings up the answer to the question I talked about earlier about Japanese carrier forces with their, what was it again? Their flight decks out of action. And the answer was that meant that they had no air points left, so they were heavily damaged or crippled, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna have to leave this. I think we have. I think I've worked it out right. Although it's not quite so easy that I think. And I think we had 20 and we didn't have this other 10, but it had to be considered some lost points. Whatever way you look at it just now, anyway, if it is 20 and we're only counting these lost and unavailable points, it's 20 minus 21, which is minus 1. Or how I think it might be is 20 minus the 21 and 6 off of this. I think. So that would make it 20 minus 27. So both the results are under 0. So with that, I'm going to conclude that the result is going to be 6 or less, and we're going to roll in that column. And there's no modifiers, so I'm going to go, that's what I'm going to go with for now. So no modifiers, this is to get the cap strength. Right, 8, well that might be 2 actually. Yeah, that is just, so he gets 2 cap strength, which is kind of fine because we've got 3 fighters anyway. So yeah, and that immediately attacks the strike using the air combat procedure. Any air points eliminated go in the lost box, and if there happens to be any left over, they just get like set aside for unused. So that's not that. So we're gonna have 2 points. He's going to bring 2 points, and they had nothing available in the Butai. So again, actually, would the cap come from the available if it could? Which is number of air points, Japanese cap. I don't know. I know. It feels like this comes from outside the Butai display, but actually I'm not quite clear on that. I think if I did have available points up there, I would be maybe wondering about that. Well, oops, hang on. So that could be in this section here. In straight combat, Japanese cap was randomly generated. The Japanese cap point all Japanese cap points are fighters. Japanese fighters will engage any escorted American fighters on 1-for-2 basis. If there are any excess Japanese cap points, they fight the US attack planes. 2 combats are resolved separately. It's possible as a result. Yeah, I've read all this before. If there are no escorts, the number of Japanese cap points is doubled for purpose of the Japanese air-to-air combat table. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So if I hadn't brought any fighters with me, they would get double the amount. Yeah, there's nothing to suggest that where these air points actually come from. I mean, I don't have any available in the Butai display, but if I did, would these 2 points come from that? I'm not sure. I feel that should be clear somewhere. So it could be that I'm just not spotting that point. But anyway, we don't have any available, so we're coming from unused point. But could it also be that they always come from unused for a cap, for a Japanese cap? We just work out the number and then in they come. That could be, maybe. So they've got 2. So one has to assign to these 2. However, the other one has to assign to this 1 as well. So it does mean that there's going to be 3 fighters against 2, which is good. So as long as none of them abort, our 4 attack planes are going to get through, well, to at least face the anti-aircraft fire. So, okay. Right, so air combat. So we're going to have the 2 points attacking us with no... yeah, we're not fuel critical, no. So no modifiers to us. When we fire back with our 3, we will get the -1 for attacking fighters. So I'll do them first because I feel like it's them attacking us first. So on the 2 column, no modifiers. Yuck. That could well be an abort. Or maybe even worse. On the 2 column, right, it is an abort. So, which means once a 5-point cap may fire versus attack planes. So if we do not take both of the points out, one of them's going to go across and attack our attack planes. So we've got 2. So unless we take them both out, one of them will come across here and attack them. So we do get to fire back on the 3 column, but you can see with a -1 to take them both out, we need a 9 or a 10, because we're getting the -1. So to take them both out, right, here we go. Right, that's rubbish. That's not even going to take one of them out, I don't think. Which, don't think it matters right enough. It was really, I needed to take them both out. So on the 3 column, we got a 3, it was a -1, so we're not hitting any of them. So that does now mean that one of these get to abort and come across and do this. This other point will not get used and just goes back to the unused pile. And our fighters can then get placed back in the box. What is it? Airstrike 3. Yeah, because they've done nothing. But they've done what they were trying to do. Okay, so now we have 1 against our 4. So as long as we don't get, well, an 8 still aborts one of them. So we want less than that. Right, got a 5. Not a dumpy one, but so 5 on the 1 column is nothing, so that's fine. And that's unused, so that goes away. So right, we got through that with no real harm, so fair enough. So now we've got to face the anti-aircraft fire. Oh, right, okay. So do these forces still contribute to their anti-aircraft fire? Well, it talks about them at this part being the same as what it is for the US, and it's based, I think, on that chart. So yeah, let's just come to that, because Because what we've got is, up there, again, looking at the forces, this one's fine, this one's fine. This one's got heavy, in fact, it's crippled. And this one's got light damage. So, regarding the status, light damage, which is less than 1/2 hit capacity. So it's -2 air value per permanent hit. Right, I've got that one. And then heavy damage, or, well, actually crippled. Total hits, 1 to 2 less than, yeah, okay. We are crippled. However, it's this bit. It says effects of anti-aircraft. That's where we're at now. It's the same as for the US at each level of damage. Oops, jumped up. Too far in there. So it's the same as this table here. So I don't think we need to look at the numbers here, because I think these numbers might be different, because that's the US, but I think the damage level is light, heavy, crippled, or sunk. So we've got light, so the light damage is going to be halved. 1 air unit eliminated per point of damage. Unit in hangar counts as 2 units. See, it does. I don't think this is relevant to the Japanese. I think it only talks about the anti-air, which is here, and that's the same. And this effects of 2 surface units, which is here, and that's the same as well. So I think this is only relevant to... Yeah, it's only relevant to the US, these notes here. Flight operations and other effects. I think so. So I think all we're looking at here is the light damage on the Amagi is going to be halved. So its air power is 4. So is it? Its anti-aircraft power is 4, so it's going to round down to 2. And then, well, there you go. So I was going to consider it heavy, but however, we have proven that it's crippled. And it is crippled because, and well, although it doesn't say it there, it does say it counts it counts all type of hit markers. And if you get to 1 or 2 less than a CV's hit limit, no, it's not hit limit. What is it again? Hit capacity, which this is. It's 1 less than the hit capacity, using all types of hit markers, then it's crippled. So that's going to provide no damage, no anti-aircraft damage. So that means we're getting 7 from this, we're getting nothing from this, we're getting half of this, which is 2, so that's 9, and we are getting the 17 from that. So I want to say that's 26. Yeah, I think that's right, because I'm pretty confident that this is crippled. I didn't think it was at first because of its state, but it's got 7 hit points in total, and the crippled status counts any other types of hit markers, and 7 is just 1 less than 8. So okay, so 7, 8, 9, 26. That's what we're going with. I'm pretty sure that's right. Okay, so anti-aircraft fire, 26 column, no modifiers. He's getting a 25 at it, but you can see it's got to be a high roll, but I don't know, a 6 is still doing something, and a 9 or 10 would be pretty bad actually. So there's still something to be done with this. So low number for us, hopefully. Here we go. That's a 4. I want to say we're alright. Did I not say it started at a 6? So no modifiers on the 25 column. A 4 is 0, 0. So nothing aborted, nothing damaged. So good. So we've got through all that. And then we're now on to attacking the ships, yeah? Is that right? Yeah. So air combat. We've done the cap, we've done the anti-aircraft fire, so air to ship combat, resolve attacks, 5.6. Yeah, I don't need to. Yeah, we've just got to remember about the 1 extra fuel point. We've spent our fuel point to start this, I definitely remember doing that. So we've got a strength of 48. We've got 16. So 16. Yeah, see, this is fine. I don't mind as long as I'm not losing a dice roll, I think. So we're on the 16 column. Now there's no modifiers apart from the shift if we don't spend a fuel point, which I think we're going to allow the shift because it's 2 die rolls, one without a modifier, one with a +1 modifier. If we shift down, we don't spend the fuel, it's just 2 die rolls with no modifiers. So I'm going to go for that. We're not going to spend the fuel, we're going to shift down. And we need to know what we're targeting. We've got 2 dice without any modifiers, so it's nice and simple. Yeah, so... Well, we need to look at the ships and the damage, etc. So rather than bring it down and make a mess of things, can I not just look at things from here? So he's got 4, 5, 6, 7. So I do need to hit that once more just to eliminate it. I mean, it's in a pretty sorry state, but I dare say we're not getting the best points out of it. So maybe one of the dice should go on that. And the other one probably on the Maggie. We do have... Didn't we have another strike mission set out for there? No, I don't think so. I think we've had it all, haven't we? Airstrike 6 is coming back, isn't it? Yeah, it is, yeah. But maybe we can build up another strike mission to go out there and possibly reach it before the end of the game, I would think. Yeah, we've still got 1, 2, 3, 4 turns left. Or do we want to try and start nibbling away at that as well? There's a lot to hit, I think. I think I'll roll... Just wonder if that's a waste rolling on that. Because it is crippled. Not destroyed though. Not sunk. So why not put it to that sunk status? I mean, the only result would be a 1, which would give no hits. So, okay, I'm going to roll one of my dice on this and then one of my dice on that. So we'll resolve that in that order. I'll just roll one at a time. No modifiers because we're on the 14 column. 2 dice. So on the Zukaku, anything other than a 1 is going to sink it. Not immediately, but anyway. Right, 9, so that's pretty good. So that's going to be 4 hits. So 4 hits for that. Now I don't know if putting 4 hits on it is if there's any point, but anyway. Right, and I'll roll on the Amagi as well. And again, a dice without modifiers. This is probably that 9 was wasted. I could have done with that here. Oh, that'll do. So an 8 for that. It's the same. So it's 4 hits as well. So 4 hits to each of them. Okay, so I better put the points on it. So I'm going to stack 4 hits on Zukaku. These are current turn hits. And then I'm going to stack 4 hits. Now, what's that going to... Oh yeah, that's going to sink him as well, isn't it? Sorry, I never really thought about what we were needing to sink him. Because he's on 4 hits. And yeah, I only needed 3 for him. So, that's good. So, I will put these... I'll just stack all these back up. And we'll get around to it when the hit stuff comes along at the end of phase. Okay? Alright, well that's going to be another 2 carriers sunk. Come the time the damage points will become permanent anyway. So now just a case of trying to get these guys back alive, you know, and kicking landed onto the task force. Right, I'll take that away. Airstrike 3 will still be in that box with Butai 4. And I'll put these back on the mission track. Okay, good stuff. And he's settled on 4 fuel, so you can see 3, 2, 1. Critical 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he's in a bad state as well now. So if I could... I do. I want to break something off and head it this way, and I think Stuart was right. Just split the task force in half. We're not getting threatened by anything anyway. And okay, this is something else that once you've played the game once or twice, probably just once, you're going to realise that okay, there's not an awful lot of threats coming in still. Let's just split things off a bit. Right, okay, that's well, we can work on that once we get the US move, and see if it's worthwhile moving it. It's definitely worthwhile moving it once, but I don't know. I need to study it and work it out. So we've been right through this. Yeah, and then queer decks, advanced phase marker, advanced to 3. I'm at an hour now actually, so I might as well just wrap this up. I was contemplating another part, but yeah, maybe not tonight actually. So we're moving on to phase 3, and that's going back up to there and move all the way to raids. Okay, so yeah, well we seen the other side of landing. I mean, when you do scenario 2, is it? I think it does show you that. How bad it was trying to get your aircraft back, landed safely, and at the time I done it, most of my planes didn't make it, and that's just an example of how it can be. And all these strike missions going out are really facing the same consequences, because the juicy targets are going to be at 9 hexes away, because that's where the butais want to be. You've got 9 hexes out, 9 hexes back, and you've only got 14 fuel, and you've got to add an extra 1 to attack. You've got to consider an extra 1 to avoid the column shift, so that's 9, 18, that's 20 fuel, and you've only got 14. So yeah, you can work out the maths from that. So it is, yeah. I think I will be trying to split the task force up a bit and try and help, because we've got Airstrike 5 as well. He's still on his way out. 6 is coming back, and that's 3 coming back. So even if I could get shifted a couple of hexes, it might help them a bit. So, or maybe even move the whole task force. The thing is, if I move the whole task force, this Airstrike 2 is going to have to try and catch up. So that's why I was thinking about splitting it, but we'll see. Right, yeah, I think I should leave it for the night. Well, you never know. There's still a little bit of the night left, so if things quieten down and I still feel like coming back, because we're going to be starting phase 3, so it's not really that intense. We've done everything that's tricky now anyway. That bit regarding working out losses and whatever I'm still not sure about that for sure. But yeah, maybe somebody make a comment on my video regarding that to see if it's done properly or not. Right, okay, I'll be back either later on or more than likely tomorrow sometime. Cheers.